we are continuing on with percentages, and we are going to learn today how to convert a fraction into a percentage. So what was discussed last lesson? What does a percent mean? Percent is? Out of 100. Is that right?
Yes.
Give me 2 real life examples where you use percentages in daily life. So first example, who's going to give me first example?
Math result.
Math results. So what was your last math result? You can make it up. You don't have to tell the real one.
99.
99 what?
Percent.
So did I use the percent sign there? This sign? So does that mean you got 99 marks in that test? No. That means if it was out of 100, your result was equivalent to 99 out of 100.
Could Costa Security Artist please come to student counter?
Okay, just ignore that. So percent is out of 100. Now how do we convert a fraction into a percentage? We times by 100. And the other way around. You listening. Screens down, pens down, listening. Screens down, waking up, listening. Yes?
We divide by 100.
Yes, so percentage to fraction we divide by 100, fraction to percentage we times by 100. Are we clear? Yes. Alright, let's move on to the questions then. We need to write each fraction as a percentage. Now, these ones are pretty quick. It is 49 out of 100. So isn't that already out of 100?
Yes.
So what percent would be? 49%. However, this method still works. Converting from fraction to percentage, you times it by now. As soon as you've times it by 100, it becomes a percentage. So you must put the percent sign. Now, incorrect working will not get full marks. As soon as you've times it by 100, it becomes a percentage. So you knew it was 49%. But I don't want people getting confused. Why did we just know the answer? Why did not we multiply by 100? We are technically still doing that. Yes?
So on the test, we can't just write 49.
Yes, for this question, because it's already out of 100, you should know that it's 49%. So this answer would be enough. Okay? So can we do this quickly? 9 out of 100. What percent is it? 9%. Okay? Now, find the percent of the cup that is empty. So first of all, let's find the fraction of the cup that's empty. So how much is empty? So out of the 5 liters, what amount is empty?
1/5.
Yep, 1 out of 5. So the fraction is 1/5 that is empty. We all agree with that?
Yes.
So because it's a 5 liter cup, 4 liters are full, 1 liter is empty. So 1/5 is the fraction that's empty. Now, once we've got the fraction, we need to convert it to a percent. Fraction to percentage times by? As soon as I times by 100, I put percent sign. And now, dividing or multiplying fractions. Anything on top can be cancelled by anything at the bottom. 105. Are they both divisible by a common number?
Yes.
What's that number?
5.
5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. And 100 divided by 5 is? So that means the cup is 20% empty. What if I now asked you, what percentage of the cup is full? Raise hands please. So if it's 20% empty, what percent is full? 80. Why 80? Yep. 100 minus 20 because the full is 100. The total amount is 100%. So if 20 is empty, 80 must be full. Make sense?
Yes.
Next one. Are these all fractions?
Yes.
We need to write them as percentages. What's the method? Fraction to percentage? Times by 100. Let's do that. Look at the working out. Equals 13 over 25. Calculators down. Eyes on board. Times by 100. As soon as I put times by 100, I put the percent sign. Now, we need to find top and bottom that are divisible by the same number. So 25 and 100, they're both divisible by 25?
Yeah.
25 divided by itself is 1, 100 divided by 25 is 4. Now, times the tops. 13 times 4? So it is 52%. Make sense? Next one, again, equals 15 over 20 times, what do we put? Percent. Now, can I cancel the zeros or divide both by 10?
Yes.
Now, 2 and 10. Are they both divisible by 2? Yes. So 2 divided by itself is 1. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Multiply the tops. 75%. Make sense? Last one. 15 over 200 times by 100. What sign do I put? Can I divide both top and bottom by 100? So zeros get cancelled?
Yeah.
So I'm left with 15 on 2%. You either leave it as a fraction or you can write it as a decimal. 15 over 2 is 7.5. I'm highly allergic to decimals. You're not supposed to use decimals unless the question asks you to. When do you use decimals? When do we use decimals? Excellent. If the question says write as a decimal, you write decimals. The other situation where you'll use decimals is if it makes sense. For example, a money question. Will you say $7.50 or $7.75 or you'll give me $7 and something cents? You'll give me in dollars and cents, right? So if it's a money related question or anywhere that decimals make sense, you'll use decimals. Otherwise, unless the question hasn't mentioned, you do not use them. Is that clear? Yeah. That's it. 2A for you. Finished. Is it 2A? Yeah. Okay. Now we'll continue with